Hey, good morning, Annie. This is just one of the sites where Marylanders who are eligible to get the vaccine can come to. Those who are 60 and older, and anyone who was eligible in the previous phases can make an appointment and come out and get a shot. But one of the big questions here really is the state equipped with enough vaccines to handle this new phase? And according to the Maryland Health Department, that answer is yes. Now, in a press release, a spokesperson wrote that the state has increased vaccine distributions to local health departments by more than 50% since February. They also let us know how many doses they've equipped each jurisdiction with during this week for the phase 2 rollout. So we know that it's going to be 6,900 here in Prince George's County, 8,000 doses in Montgomery County, and 1,400 doses over in Charles County. And I want you all to take a listen to what Governor Larry Hogan had to say. He shared with us some news that he got from the White House just last week.
Beginning the week of March 29, all states would begin to see a significant increase in vaccine supply.
The governor also announced an ambitious plan for investment and for making vaccines more accessible. That includes allocating vaccines for a handful of primary care doctors, $12 million to fund hospital-led clinics and mobile vaccine clinics for rural areas. Now, we can tell you those mobile vaccine clinics will primarily be in Western Maryland and the Eastern Shore and staffed by the Maryland National Guard. It will also have the capacity to deliver between 60 and 160 vaccines per mission for people who live in those hard-to-reach areas. So next, who is next in line to get a vaccine? Well, we can tell you on next Tuesday, those who are 16 and older with medical conditions can sign up to get a vaccine. And then in a couple of weeks after that, on April the 13th, it will open up for anyone 55 and older and for all essential workers who work in some critical industries. And then finally, later on in April 27th, that's the date where phase 3 will go into effect. That makes everyone who is eligible, who is over the age of 16 in Maryland will be available to sign up and eligible to sign up to get a vaccine. Back to you on the studio.
Michael Conner.